star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Performing our national anthem, that was Skylar Cole. And now we'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. What's better than NBA basketball on a Saturday night? We're here to bring you the action. And tonight, we've got the Philadelphia 76ers playing against the Brooklyn Nets here in Barclays Center. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And with the All-Star game coming up, let's check in on the standings in the East. Taking a look at the 76ers, so far this hasn't been the season they were hoping for, and time is of the essence. And of course, Brooklyn, a game back.
When I look at the 76ers, sometimes it looks like they just want the season to end. I mean, it's been one struggle after another all year, and they're really not appearing to have any fun out there, too.
And when that happens, the talk is already about what's going to change in the offseason. And the way things have gone, there's going to be plenty of that.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Then there's George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the 4-man position. And for Brooklyn, Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Johnson. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court set. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Just 5 to shoot. Drills it from deep.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
Russell against Maxey. Outside Johnson. Thomas outside. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Never shy about letting it fly. Cam Thomas, folks.
Outside Oubre. Back to Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. Rejected by Claxton. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Maxey against Russell. Outside Johnson. Here's Thomas. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Thomas has got his second basket of the night.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Embiid. Rejected by Claxton. Inside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
Outside Oubre. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Misses in close. The Nets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Pass to Claxton to the left wing. And here's Russell. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Clowney. Claxton. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What a nice response by Claxton. Knew exactly where it was coming off and sends it in.
George passes to Embiid. Maxey surveys to stop the run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He slams brings it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
Well, the Nets are still feeling the ramifications of trading for James Harden, Doris.
Well, BA, consider in that trade they gave away Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and count them, 4 first-round picks for a total of just 80 games played for James Harden. The reverberations are still being felt.
And that's a perfect pass by Russell. He really understands where to get his man the ball.
Pass to George. Screen by Embiid. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Thomas. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, BA, what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
And both free throws good for Thomas. All right, Doris, we're a good ways into the season now. Do you think most teams are where they should be in terms of their game?
You know, it's so interesting to me, Brian, because what we do every season is we sort of break teams into tiers. Who are the true contenders? Typically, that's 3-4 teams max. Then you get the next level of teams that are going to be playoff performers. We know that. How competitive they are. Are they 1 piece away, 2 pieces away? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure there's a definitive answer.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
76ers trail by 5. Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Maxey's got his second basket.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Here's Clowney. Looking at his numbers. Currently, he's averaging around 9 points a game. To the paint. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Here's Yabusele. For 3, George on target from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And Russell's got the ball here for the Nets. Pass to Claxton. Johnson against George. Russell deciding where to go with it. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection. Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Maxey. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Maxey's got 6. The Nets have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
And the Nets making a change here. Watford's checked in. To the inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Oubre. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And the Nets shooting a phenomenal 60% in the first. Down low. Here's Claxton. He's good with a little jumper in close. He has 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. George outside. Here's Yabusele. George outside. Here's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. Oubre against Thomas. Inside. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Outside Oubre. It's George on the wing. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nets.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
The free throw is off from George. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
76ers trail by 4. Now here's Maxey. He has 6. Embiid a screen on Russell. And Claxton comes to help. Maxey passes to Embiid over Thomas. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist from Maxey.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
Russell against Maxey. Now Thomas. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. And it's good for 2. Claxton's got 10.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. Over Claxton. Embiid misses. Brooklyn leading by 4. Outside Russell. Watford outside. And here's Thomas. Fires in the triple. He's got 11.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Now Oubre. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Russell to pass to Claxton. Outside Russell. Clock at 6. Here's Thomas. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 7.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Johnson against George. Embiid a screen on Johnson. For 3, George. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thomas with the ball. He's got 11. Thomas a screen on George. Johnson on the wing. George defending. Watford the pass to Johnson. Here's Thomas from the arc. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Russell. For three, Maxey. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Thomas has got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to Russell. Johnson against George. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Clowney comes in for Watford. And Simmons is subbed in for Russell. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter of the game. Simmons finds Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Claxton with it. Martin picks him up. Claxton passes to Thomas. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Martin against Simmons. Pass to Lowry. Claxton with the block.
Well, look at the wingspan of Nick Claxton on display. He sends that thing back.
Thomas passes to Simmons. Back to Thomas. The Nets need to get off a shot here. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Brooklyn shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Gordon comes in for Tyrese Maxey. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
And the shot goes in.
Put the ball in Kyle Lowry's hand in a pick and roll, and he will pull all the right strings.
Pass to Clowney. Charity stripe shot, and he hits the jumper. And the Nets lead by 10.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Lowry against Simmons. Martin with a screen on Simmons. Lowry right side. Embiid inside. He's guarded by Claxton. Embiid can't hit.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Outside Simmons. Claxton passes to Thomas. Shot from 12. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 10. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Nets leading by 10. So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Kenyon Martin is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Kyle Lowry. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Martin in at the 3. For the finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Yeah, an intuitive defender. Embiid times that steal beautifully.
Pass to Clowney. Now here's Williams. They set a pick. Outside Simmons. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Simmons against Lowry. Martin with a screen on Simmons. And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
But he never misses a chance to drop a dime as usual. Lowry 1 step ahead of everyone, setting up the bucket.
Pass to Clowney. Outside, Williams. No good on the triple. 76ers trail by 8. Lowry left side. Screen by Embiid. For 3, Gordon. The offensive rebound.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. The NBA is in good hands. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Pass to Williams. Simmons looking around. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense. Simmons has got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 8-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Now here's Martin. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Johnson against Gordon. Pass to Simmons. The kick out to Williams. There's the 3. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. And it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
You can tell Simmons is a guy who, from the moment he picked up a basketball, has been a point guard by nature.
Lowry outside. Martin with a screen on Simmons. Lowry to pass to Martin. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid imposing his will.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And it's Simmons missing. 76ers trail by 9. Martin, the pass to Lowry. Back to Martin. Embiid, a screen on Williams. Here's Martin. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Martin's got his first bucket in this one.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Williams passes to Simmons. Williams on the wing. He's guarded by Martin. Simmons against Lowry. All right, right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. The Sixers third.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Say what you want about Ben Simmons and sometimes the challenges he has on the offensive end. He is a hard-playing defensive force who has windows of opportunity where he contributes offensively.
Wilson's checked in for Williams. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. 76ers trail by 8. And here's Oubre, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Lowry against Johnson. Lowry, the pass to Martin. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Sharp. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from Embiid. It's Martin on the wing. Pass to Embiid. Over Sharp. Embiid misses. Brooklyn leading by 8. Johnson passes to Simmons. Poke loose. Here's Lowry. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And he knocks down the first one. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Wilson. No good on the second free throw.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Thomas has got 14 points for the game.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Here's Lowry. Oubre passes to Lowry. Now here's Embiid, coming off a 28-point game against the Golden State Warriors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. And Watford pulls it down. Watford's got his 6th rebound on the night.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Pass to Simmons. Back to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on Oubre to the middle. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, Simmons with the block.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Thomas against Oubre. Screen by Embiid. Goes back up. And he connects with a jumper. Oubre's got his 2nd basket of the game. Here's Simmons. He's got 7. Pass to Thomas. Screen by Claxton to the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Thomas putting that pass on time and on target. Love to see it from that score.
And it's Lowry with the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 7. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
No good from outside. Brooklyn leading by 7. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Some solid defense from Martin.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Rejected by Claxton. Fast break, Brooklyn. The shot by Johnson, no good. 76ers trail by 7. Now Lowry. Out to Oubre. Embiid inside. Simmons defending. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Brooklyn, Clowney, he's checked in for Watford. Johnson comes in for Johnson. And Russell is subbed in for Ben Simmons. George, he's checked in for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Lowry. First free throw is good.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Both good from the line that time.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Nets leading by 5. Outside Johnson. Pass to Clowney. It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Embiid. Here's Russell. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Inside. Shot clock at 5. Count that one. Claxton's gotten 4 this quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Maxey finds Drummond. Oubre against Thomas. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Drummond. Now George. Covered by Johnson. He shoots. The Sixers with another miss.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Russell with the ball from behind the arc. It's rebounded by George.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Down low. Here's Yabusele, covered by Johnson. And there's the screen. And here's Oubre from the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Oubre's got 7 points in the game.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
And Claxton gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game. 76ers trail by 6. George passes to Drummond. Outside Maxey. Here's Yabusele. And he slams it in one-handed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Johnson. 26 points for him last game against Milwaukee. That shot wide open. He's got 17.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Maxey passes to George. Back to Maxey. Drummond to screen on Russell. For 3, Maxey. Clowney pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. Number 1, the Nets.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, for Cam Thomas, obviously, the whole conversation about why he's in the league is his scoring ability. And I think the next step for him, he's got to start to be able to play make for his teammates.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 9-point game. And Claxton comes to help. Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
It's just too easy for Andre Drummond. Gets the inside position and leaves no doubt.
Russell against Maxey. Outside Johnson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got his 6th assist of the night. Oubre against Thomas. Oubre passes to Maxey. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
.36 seconds left in the second period. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, George. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thomas outside. There's the drive. Misses the layup. 76ers trail by 10. George for 3. Drains the triple. George has got 8.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
Thomas with the ball. Claxton a screen on Oubre. And again, it's Brooklyn.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to second quarter. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. feet. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Losing the rebounding battle, it's easy to lose control of the game. Fortunately for them, they have another half to go.
Yeah, now they can lose by twice as much.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Nets leading by 9. They've got D'Angelo Russell. He's out there with Cam Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Cameron Johnson. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Thomas. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's George. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. George has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, a little bit of separation inside and taking advantage is Paul George.
Pass to Clowney. Back to Russell. Johnson passes to Russell. To the inside. Here's Thomas. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Johnson, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Thomas against Oubre. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Six to shoot. George against Johnson. The floater.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Pass to Russell. Now Thomas. Fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ooh, look at Embiid converting in close.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. And the timeout called here by Jordy Fernandez. He wants to review the game plan. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Johnson. To the middle. Here's Thomas. Whoa! And he dunks it down.
Well, you love the strong finish by Cam Thomas. So good when he's getting to his game with assertiveness.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 76ers trail by 12. George feels it out a bit. The 3 ball. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Claxton. Outside Johnson. Russell with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Here's Clowney. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to Russell for 3. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 7. It's George on the drive. Maxey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, there you see Paul George as a facilitator. He can create his own, or he can get somebody else open.
Now here's Russell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. He takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Philadelphia's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Back to Maxey. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Draining his first 3 of the game, no doubt, hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Maxey against Russell. Thomas outside. Drives to the hoop, and it's blocked by Embiid. Fast break, Philadelphia. The pull-up jumper. And he gets it back. Yes, it's good. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Embiid against Claxton. Here's Thomas. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Joel Embiid.
Well, such aggression from Cam Thomas. We're accustomed to that. He uses that up fake to get that defender in a bad spot.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Free throw good. Thomas. Martin, he's checked in for Philadelphia. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Oubre against Johnson. Outside Maxey. Martin with a screen on Russell. Pulls it from 20. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Now here's Thomas. That's 29 for him. Pass to Clowney. Now here's Johnson. The three is up. Nails it from three. Johnson's got his second basket on the night.
Oh, so good in catch and shoot. Cam Johnson has sweet mechanics.
Here's Yabusele. To the paint. Here's Oubre. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Now here's Claxton. He's got 18. Back to Thomas. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Oubre. 9 points in the game. Back to Maxey. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Nick Claxton.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Brooklyn making some changes. Watford's checked in for Clowney. Johnson comes in for Thomas. And Ben Simmons subbed in for Russell. Good on both. The Nets with a lead. Outside Simmons. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. That's good from Simmons on the assist by Johnson. Simmons has got 9.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
Maxey on the wing. Simmons defending. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Johnson. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Simmons with the jam.
That's where you get the ball to Ben Simmons, right at the rim. He's got size and athleticism. Look out.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Back to Maxey. Floats one up. Rebounded by the Nets.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
From deep, Johnson. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time.
Yeah, taking a scoring opportunity when it comes. The readiness of Cam Johnson, so good.
Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. The rebound by Simmons. Nets leading by 7. Simmons is doubled. Clock at 6. Johnson for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. To end the run. Rejected by Claxton. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And we always like to take this chance to show you the scoring leaders from the last 10 days of action. Fourth, Tyrese Maxey.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Martin against Johnson. Outside Simmons. Back to Johnson. Sharp, a screen on Martin. Johnson for 3. They grab their own miss.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Williams is checked in for Watford. Lowry, he's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey on the wing. And stolen by Simmons. Inside. Here's Johnson. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Johnson's got 11 in the second half.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Lowry, the pass to Maxey. Martin outside. Martin with a screen on Williams. Back to Maxey. 6 to shoot. Martin a screen. Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by Johnson. We've got 1:13 left in the third. And here's Simmons. 11 points in the game. Outside Johnson. Launches a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
It's Martin on the wing, covered by Johnson. Here's Lowry. Martin with a screen on Simmons. For 3, Maxey. Sharp grabs the miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Johnson. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Johnson finds Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Martin, the pass to Lowry. Outside Maxey. To stop the drought. The shot no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 14. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Kenyon Martin. Eric Gordon is out there with Kyle Lowry. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Martin in at the 3 slot. Embiid through contact.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Sharp, a screen on Martin. Puts it up from 15. Williams' shot is good. And the Nets lead by 14. Now Philadelphia with it. Now here's Lowry. Martin with a screen on Simmons. Martin outside. Embiid from outside. Showing some range. Embiid, nice.
And we know Embiid has this kind of touch from deep. Nice triple.
Pass to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Johnson for 3. Here's Sharp. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. 76ers trail by 12. Throws it up high. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Williams. Simmons against Lowry. Left side Williams. Back to Simmons. Sharp, a screen on Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Simmons. Simmons has got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Lowry. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Martin against Williams. Martin, pass to Embiid. Martin outside. From the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Simmons with a little flair and flash. Let him feel all of your basketball ability, Ben Simmons.
For Brooklyn, Wilson's checked in for Watford, and it's Martin in for Johnson. The 76ers also with a sub. Oubre's checked in.
At the line, 1 time.
Free throw, no good for Simmons.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
Oubre, a screen on Simmons. Lowry against Simmons. Screen by Embiid. Here's Lowry. And a missed layup.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Martin outside. Pass to Wilson. And here's Sharp. He's guarded by Lowry. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And attacking a somewhat helpless defense right now. Just a relentless effort.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Yeah, I love the use of the shot fake by Embiid. Smart basketball there.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
And the Nets making a change here. Thomas is checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Gordon, he's checked in for Martin. So he gets them both.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Brooklyn leading by 16. Thomas outside. Simmons with a screen on Oubre. And here's Thomas from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Thomas has got 32 points.
Defensively, if Cam Thomas is in pick-and-roll action, stop the ball first. You know he wants to score.
Up top, Embiid. Oh, sweet move. And he lays it in. Embiid's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Simmons finds Thomas. Now Martin. Back to Thomas. Up and over Lowry. Thomas misses. 76ers trail by 17. Gordon left side. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Gordon. Brooklyn making some changes. Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Wilson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Martin. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Brooklyn leading by 16. Left side Simmons uses the glass on the layup. Simmons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Lowry, the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia with another miss. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Russell up top. He's guarded by Lowry. The shot by Russell, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Martin inside. Thomas defends. Basket's good. And Brooklyn with possession here. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Thomas outside. Screen by Claxton. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Lowry with the ball for Philadelphia. It's a 16-point game.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Lowry against Russell. Outside Johnson. It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Gordon. 5 to shoot. Thomas against Gordon. And Embiid with the block.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
That one's off. Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. And he's good on the second. Now Maxey. To the inside. Here's George. The kick out to Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Pass to George. Over Johnson. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's Brooklyn leading by 15. Outside Johnson, and the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul, and Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
Thomas against Oubre. Now here's Thomas. He's covered closely.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Russell against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it to George. Sinks the tray. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Russell to pass to Thomas. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Thomas has got 8 points here in the quarter.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Maxey against Russell. Back to Maxey. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
And you know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th one, too.
Russell to pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Oubre. On the break. Here's George. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
You've allowed Paul George to lock in and get his rhythm. Now you better start to stop him.
Maxey against Russell. Pass to Johnson. Back to Russell. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Oubre. Oubre's got 4 rebounds now.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Embiid with it. He's guarded by Claxton. The 17-footer. Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 15. Pass to Clowney. Johnson with it. Here's Clowney. Thomas with the ball. Johnson finds Russell. Shoots over Maxey. And again, it's the Nets missing. 76ers trail by 15. To the middle. Yabusele. And he drops it first. That one's no good. Nets leading by 14. Pass to Clowney. Back to Russell. It's Thomas on the wing. That one goes in. Thomas has got 39.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Embiid. Rejected by Claxton. And he gets it back. Again with the block. Oh, you can't throw the weak sauce around him.
No, you can't, B.A. I mean, he's sending everything back.
Outside Johnson. Russell against Maxey. Here's Thomas. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Maxey. George outside. The 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Earlier in the game, they led by 19.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Nets.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
Man, this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Nicholas Claxton.
They couldn't have asked more from him, putting up the sick triple-double.
Maxey against Russell. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Johnson. Here's Thomas. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th. Martin with a screen on Thomas. Here's Gordon. Oh, he picked him clean. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Pass to Wilson, to the paint. That's tipped. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And time now to introduce our player of the game.